Okay, so today is going to be a serious challenge for my 10th gen. I am going to race a 350Z today. This is Brandon. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, not a problem.
Let's go over your car, and then we'll go over mine.
Sure thing. So right here I have a 2006 350Z. This is the VQ35DE Rev-Up model. So it's the anniversary, so they kind of stepped up a little bit. So this car is making 300 horsepower at about 6,400 RPM, and that's like 264 torque. So it's a fun little thing. It's rear wheel drive. I previously had a Civic 9th gen, and it was fun and everything, but I had to go with the Civic or with the 350Z just because I wanted to drift. So,
and how much does this weigh?
This weighs approximately 3,300 curb weight. So
okay, so you got about 400 pounds on me, yep. And you know, a good amount of horsepower on me too.
These stock run about 205, right?
205, yeah. What mods do you have done to it?
So mods, as of right now, it looks pretty. I have a K&N cold air intake, and then I have a muffler delete on the back. As of that, I have a GK Tech angle kit, and that about doubles the angle just for drifting, because that's one of the weak points in 350Zs is the angle. So stock angle, you have about 30 degrees. Now the GK Tech is a simple little angle kit, and that almost adds 25 degrees from the stock.
That looks nice.
And when we pop the hood and everything, I'll show you the angles and everything like that. Besides all the engine upgrades that I talked about, the two things, not very much, but I have an aftermarket front bumper. This is a Rep Nismo. So this is a KBD. So this is a polyurethane bumper. It's more like a hard rubber, and it's very, very flexible. Hence why this is my drift car. So I can smash into this thing and it won't crack like normal fiberglass. This was all black, like original polyurethane. And then I did some spot putty just to even it out, because KBD is known for having little fish eyes, what they called. And then I painted it, and then I also have a KBD duckbill spoiler. These things are super nice because they're super cheap, and all I did was use some 3M panel bonding adhesive. You can see, not very great, but you know, again, it's my drift car, so.
And you did the paint yourself?
Yeah, so right here, this is OEM paint, and then I blended it to the same exact paint down over here.
I don't even think you can tell.
Yep, it should be right about here. If I point it out, you'll kind of see the metallic a little bit. But yeah, this was the very first thing that I painted, so I had a little bit more experience, so this will most likely be redone just because I see a little bit of imperfections myself, obviously.
Yeah.
And then this is a 2006, so they redid the taillights and the headlights, and that's what I most likely love, because these are LEDs, they stepped it up. Awesome. These things are hard to come by because, you know, Z's drift and they hit walls and smack these things.
What's the red line for this now? This has the Rev-Up engine.
Yes, so they increased it about 500 RPM. So it's about 7,000.
Okay.
7,000 where I like.
Damn, that's a big boy. I got my work cut out for me today.
Yeah,
holy
it's a
shit.
3.5, hence 350Z. That's where it comes. So this is the cold air intake, the short ram that I was talking about, K&N.
Yeah.
This was a paint in California. So if you ever get a K&N intake, you always want to make sure you have this little carb legal sticker.
I have never actually looked at these up close before. So, I mean, these are really cool cars, man. I definitely like these better than 370Zs.
Oh yeah.
Just the looks, I obviously, I've never driven a Z, but just the looks alone, which is a very narrow way to look at a car, I like this better.
So, DEs, they're known for burning oil. So normally you have an oil cooler down here, because I burn about 3 quarts of oil in about 3,000 miles. So every 1,000 miles I add a quart of oil, and that's with DEs. An oil cooler will help that issue for sure.
How many miles are on your car?
As of right now, it has 129,000.
Okay.
So quite a bit, but.
How long have you had it?
I've had it since January.
Okay, so about
9-10 months.
And have you had any problems?
Not at all.
Not at all?
So, other than the fact when I bought this, it was in limp mode and barely driving, just because of crankshaft position sensor. And the previous owner, he tried swapping it out, but he went with the Duralast. And since this is a Rev-Up model, the dealership opted for me to go OEM. It's a little bit more reliable. that sensor was about 250 bucks. So I rolled the dice, I went with the OEM, and it cleared it completely. I reflashed the ECU just inside the car, turning the ignition on, pushing the button a couple times, gas and brake, and it cleared it.
Awesome.
Drive about 1,000 miles and it's literally perfectly fine. So
awesome, man. I'm kind of nervous. I'm gonna have to get down today.
And then interior mods, we could go over that. I have some little fixed back seats.
Nice.
I have
Sparko.
a quick release hub for the steering wheel to make it easier to get in and out, especially when I put a roll cage in.
Okay. I like the kitty cat.
Oh yeah, rip and dip. Gotta rev.
That is a very, very short shifter. Is that that can't be the stock shifter?
That is a stock shifter, yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit,
right now it is
Nissan.
in first gear.
Freaking Nissan, dude. You got a big old sub back there.
Oh yeah.
All right, brother. Okay, okay. These are cool cars, man. These are really cool.
And then
So
all my,
2006 and up are the Z's to get. Like those are the most sought after.
The Z's to get are 2007 and 2008 for the HR.
I have a feeling a lot of Z owners are gonna watch this. I want to give people who haven't seen my channel a good rundown on my car. Okay, so for all my first-time viewers, this is my 2020 Honda Civic Si. Stock, this comes with 205 horsepower, 192 pound-feet of torque, so obviously pretty slow. It's very popular to tune these cars with this thing called Ktuner, which I'll show you in a second. This is a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine. It's called the L15 B7. I have pretty much a full bolt-on setup. So I have the PRL Cobra cold air intake, which it actually pops out right around here. So it is a true cold air intake. And that actually makes a big difference on these cars, even without a tune, because these have a relearned ECU. So the stock ECU, even without a tune, is able to compensate for the extra air coming in, which is really cool. But I obviously am tuned. We'll get to that. I also have, you can see it right here, I have an MAPerformance catted downpipe, which definitely I felt a huge difference. And then you can also see some intercooler piping right here. I have the PRL intercooler upgrade. So with the charge pipes, obviously. Looks really nice. I didn't do the stenciling, but it's PRL. Then, yeah, there's still a little bit of wrap on the car. I have not peeled all the wrap off yet. I've been lazy. But the last thing I have, like sound-wise, is the MAPerformance street exhaust system. Okay, so here is the Ktuner. So it's gonna read all my temps right here. So, like right now, sitting, it shows me my intake air temperature, that's from the cold air intake. Engine coolant, IAT2 is actually the post intercooler temps. This is my knock control. We want to keep that at 0.49. I don't know the specifics as to why you keep that at 0.49, but that's where it's supposed to be at. So the tune I'm running is called Fearable Stage 1.5, and it's a stage 1 tune, but it's like 1.5. It's kind of a pun because it's a 1.5 liter engine. But nice. Yeah, that's the tune I prefer. I've tried a couple. And that, without any modifications on a completely stock SI, he was able to get 235 wheel horsepower.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and then 270 something pound-feet of torque.
Dang, nice.
So with all of the bolt-ons that I've done, I don't know an exact number. Mm-hmm. I assume it's over 235. And then also the last thing is those tunes, the off-the-shelf tunes, for my car, they're created using 93 octane fuel. Here we only have 91. So what I do to compensate is I added 1.4 gallons of E85 in.
Saw that video.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So I did that this morning right before I got here. So nice. Hopefully the knock stays down, power stays up, and we get some good races. What I'm gonna do first is turn off traction control completely. For all my first time viewers, you have to do a pedal dance to get it off in the 10th gen. Kind of unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Ready? Ready? Holy smokes, brothers. Let's do a 30 roll. I don't have anything to say yet. smokers. Okay, let me check my temps real quick. My post intercooler temps are still 71 degrees, that's great. My knock control is bouncing around between 0.49, 0.51. 50? Oh, this is a good one, guys. This is a really, really good one. I love the sound of that. I want to drive that car. I'm just gonna come right out and ask him if I can review his car. I don't usually ask like for reviews, but that, I want to review that thing. What do these make with like full bolt-on setups?
Oh, full bolt-on. I mean, depending on what type of tune and your tuner and everything, you can make probably up to about 360 horsepower just on bolt-on. So
what?
That's the flywheel. So I mean, you gotta think probably like 315, 320.
Wow.
With just bolt-on, but without even a tune. So
that's awesome. I might buy one of these. These are so expensive right now, though.
If you want, I can give you a little test, or you can drive it. Have you ever driven a 350Z?
I've never driven one.
Oh, it's so nice. You feel that push instead of a pull.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
The only thing right now is it's set up for drift, so the alignment is kind of aggressive with the camber and everything. You can obviously tell from the back, you always have that camber issue, but these are my spare drift wheels. So don't look at the plastic dip and stuff like that. That's all from the previous owner. This is all going to be repainted. These are generally pretty new wheels. I only got these literally for just spares.
Yeah.
So when you're at the track, you can literally just swap out without having to take your tires off and rebalance them and everything. It saves a bunch of time.
I was on map 2 for those first 3 runs, so now I'm gonna go on to map 3 just for the hell of it, and we're gonna see how she does. Let's do a 30 roll. I'll catch him. I'll catch him right here. Smokes. Okay, so that made my knock control pop up. So I'm gonna go back down to map 2 because map 2 kind of felt pretty much the same to me. It sort of felt like there was either more turbo lag or I don't know. That was I think map 2 is just as good as map 3. And it also kept my knock control down, so back to map 2 we go. Let's see if he wants to do one more, let's say, like first gear roll. Or if he wants to do a dig, we can do a dig. Ready? Yeah, my turbo lag really didn't allow me to win that one. I'm sorry, my Honda community. But, dude, that Z gets down. But right out of the box already, that Z is just, it's a quick car, man. It's been about like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
We got some McDonald's and we were talking.
Got a sidetrack.
What did you think about that race?
It was good. Your car definitely pulls on me. Like you said, 5th gear. You definitely got me.
Yeah, but I mean, by the time I get into 5th gear, your car, I was telling Brandon that his 350Z definitely starts off better on a lower speed roll. So like the 10 and the 30s, you definitely, because just with the natural aspiration of the engine, it just hooks.
There, yep.
It hooks and cooks. And like when we did the 30 rolls, I'm waiting on the boost. You know, by no means I'm not making excuses. I'm just like, it's just my observation of how the race went and how these two different cars react at different rolls. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
I had a whole different thought before the race. Now afterwards, you gotta give you some credit.
What did you think was gonna happen before?
I thought I was gonna walk you.
Yeah?
For sure. I mean, just looking down at numbers, I mean, I'm a little bit heavier, but I didn't think that was gonna be that big of a roll.
Yeah, I mean, you have 300 horsepower, so that's a significant, and you have much more displacement.
Yeah.
So 2 liters, in fact.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is the first time I've raced something that is not a 4-cylinder turbo.
Yeah, a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming out.
Not a problem.
I might come back up to do a review of your car if you want.
I'll be down.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. To all the Nissan enthusiasts that are watching, I hope you guys are proud of Brandon. He did a good job today. And I hope I represented the 10-chain community well, but it was for fun. Hope you guys were entertained. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.